Alright guys, it's Yo-Yo Wilson back with another video. Today I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club again. And this time I don't have a face cam because my thing's not working, but it's fine guys. But anyways, last time we stopped off, we had to write a poem. So this time we're starting off by writing a poem. Alright, now let's see. I don't even know. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. Hawaii. Vibrant. Special. Promise. Ooh, games. Valentine. Candy. Ooh. Awesome. Music. Fluffy. Time. Party. Charm. Play. Whisper. Insight. I don't even know what I just wrote, but it sounds horrible. Hi again, Yo-Yo Motion. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Yo-Yo Motion. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any of that slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth as someone who keeps her manga collection in the club. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Yo-Yo Motion always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You know, you almost set your house on fire once. Damn. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Yo-Yo Motion can become good friends too. Sayuri. As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you some today, you know. Wait, Sayuri. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when she said it's really not. What do I do? Sorry Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. What book is it? Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried into a book. I can't help to notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is a running image, or rummaging around the closet. That's probably where manga is. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something here? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Yeah, honestly, that's kind of some dick behavior. I mean, how are you gonna go through someone else's stuff and then not leave it how it was? Me personally, I would not take that, but... Natsuki slides a bunch of stacks, books, and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you really like it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hands. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get closer to the box that she's admiring. Perfect girls. It's a series I've never read in my life. It probably means it's probably either way out of my demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go through the glass on that door. Oh damn. She points it to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of her voice. But I'll tell you one thing, yes, Nelson. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. I thought that'd be like written on the door, considering it's a Literature Club, but... Alright. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. I don't even know what that means. Mo. Don't just stand there. Ooh, Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You made me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting close to her, either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Yeah, I know that feeling. It's like watching a series from beginning to end again. It's like rewatching a series. Like, that's a good feeling, guys. It's a good feeling. You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then. Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Which is exactly like the game that we're just playing, but yeah. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is it going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something like that? I didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess what you're saying. A lot of people in the beginning. What? A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. Or with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you from getting to know these characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into their backstories and some of the romance stuff to happen. That's what really makes it good. There are so many touching parts. That's, sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she didn't want to admit something. Yeah. What does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in the manga. Guys, it's okay to act like your favorite characters in a show or a book. It's completely understandable. I feel bad for anyone that is impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies pick up from manga. That's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention that she's really good at it. So who am I to try and judge? We read for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. That's true. It's like putting on your best friend onto a show. Yeah, if they put you on a good show, you gotta thank them. I always get excited when I convince one of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean. You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could even ever get one of my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't gotten out of that yet? It makes you want to punch them in their face. Yeah, that's true. Just be yourself, guys. Don't let others judge you. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found something like this. At least it's safe in here in the club room. Kept Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that part yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's all a stark contrast to her usually bossy tone. But if she's not sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express words the feelings that when you get connected with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's really a rare experience. The thought of me smile to myself. The thought makes me smile to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to read today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. But they look pretty cozy over there. Yeah. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I'll close the book and hand it to Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happened? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. So now I got like 2 books. Is that really alright? I would say mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just take that one home before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. It's true. True that. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange of seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared what happens if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff carefully and slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write that poem last night? Yeah. Our relaxation ends. You better present. Well, I'm about to present. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica writes hers in a composition notebook. I can only see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem first? Probably Sayuri, because she's my close friend, right? I'm most definitely comfortable sharing it with Sayuri first. She's my good friend after all, yep. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Rasmussen. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Yo-Yo Rasmussen poem. And that makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayuri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing up in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Yo-Yo Rasmussen. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying on new things for other people. That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture to my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold on to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds this morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kiss my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. The secret? It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for me, I couldn't sleep forever. But I'm not mad. But I'm not mad. The way you glow... Wait. Oh, I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Damn. I mean, I like it. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write? No, just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or a no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It just came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Yeah, I can already tell she's gonna forget. I mean, she's that type of person. Who should I show my poem to next? I feel like I'm gonna do Yuri, because she's more like shy, so she won't judge me that hard. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes by, more than enough for her to finish writing. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help to notice it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri for a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there's specific writing habits that are typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable things I recognize in new writers are that they will try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they attempt to pick out a writing style separate from the topics that matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them into work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but when it comes to practice and learning all the examples and trying new things. Valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit more biased though. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't do it. Biased, how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Anyways, now that she said that, I'm definitely not giving it to Natsuki next. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club. Ooh, this is like what, cursive? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickened blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickens, I flicken back. I'm sorry, I must have terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. It's cursive, it's hard to read, I'm sorry, Yuri. Well, I don't really read script often. I just think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Mm-hmm. Actually, the story isn't behind the ghost at all, Yo-Yo Smosin. Really? I must have completely missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and expressions in their work, or experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remained place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon with that left being nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. That's nothing, really. Well, it just makes me happy to think. Just makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my opponent next? Okay. Yeah, definitely not Natsuki. Monica. Hi, yeah, Mostly. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. What's the point of keeping them in mind? I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm all settled in. Anyways, you want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha. Don't worry, Yo-Yo Smosin. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's sort of a barrier that we all need to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Yo-Yo Smosin. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Haha. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There's a lot of poems or stories that are out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they only get a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of words that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you trying new things. That's the best way to find out the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit more biased towards their kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not really that good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not that very good. What? To be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read then. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know it. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. I already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole that wasn't too bright. It was so deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay, Monica. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you'd like to call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you can say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been really influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Okay, so she's just saying to write it down and then revise later. Okay, that's good advice, Monica. Another way of thinking about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you get a big dark puddle of ink. That's true. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, time for Natsuki. She might judge me hard. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki reads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my thing. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing some other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. And want to help you feel comfortable enough sharing yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be a little bit more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. Oh, Shishi's thinking mine is good. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retorts, gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you, you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you actually said that. Or you never actually said that. Sorry guys, I'm not a good reader. I'm gonna be straight with you. I get my words messed up and everything. To be honest, this game is kind of helping me to like get better at reading out loud. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Honestly, this is not what I was expecting, but it's not even that bad, but it's like I'm just like confused, but okay. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But that isn't the point of poems for people that or to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things, but can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. It's just setting up for a rhyme at the end, but then making it fall flat on purpose. It helps me bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'm such a good guy, guys. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're trying to be nice, there's no way of my poems standing up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting into myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Smiles sadly? What is this? What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was just trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Yo-Yo's Motion did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect that to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Yo-Yo Smoson liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not why Yuri just stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Yo-Yo's Motion appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how would you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Man, they're fighting. I don't know, Yuri had that in her to fight back. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose booze magically grew a size bigger as soon as Yuri's muscles started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Yo-Yo's Motion. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Well, what's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? That meaning should just jump out at a reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain to her, Yo-Yo's Motion. But wait, there's a reason why so many deep expressive thoughts are words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning is that most effectively. Avoiding them is unnecessarily limiting to yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Yo-Yo's Motion? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't even know what to tell them. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they will probably think more highly of me. So, that's going to be... What do I do, guys? I'm so lost. I don't want to say help me Sayuri in front of them, because that'll make me look like a wimp. I guess I'll say Yuri because Natsuki came on first. Natsuki. You're right. I did like your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You should pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing is, they're still putting feeling into it. And it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki feels threatened when you say her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you told her how you felt, then this probably wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, defiant because she can't handle this pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayuri, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way, Aoshi crumbles the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Oh, come on, Natsuki, you didn't have to do that. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. What does it mean to gingerly approach someone? I've never heard that either. The writing in this, like, the person who made this game must have been in a literature club too, because the writing in this is like out of my comprehension. Or maybe I'm just stupid. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me, Rao. No, Yuri. How could anyone have not gone frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Yes Mustard. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Alright, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I did say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Yes, mostly. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk about. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. And I can do the same thing tomorrow. Alright, Monica. Alright. Another poem. Hopefully Sayuri doesn't forget this time. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job in impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. It's Musson, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's probably the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. Ooh, I think I might be causing tension in the club. I think I gotta go. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Here. That's Motion. It's not that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you along with everyone is making me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's everything. Every day is going to be So much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with the moon is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Ooh. What am I trying to do? Well, just have to see the... We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I wonder if they're gonna change their poems for me. Alright, but I'm gonna stop it here. If you guys like this video, comment down below. And tell me what your favorite part of the video was, guys. But I'll be back to see ya.